Hey Solution Team, my name is Lindsay Mercer and I'm here to talk to you about online parties as per the description above. If you guys are maybe newer to our team or you're not sure who I am a Black Jacket leader, which is an executive vice president sales leader on the Solution Team under our amazing Dolores, and I live in Alberta, Canada. So Dolores asked me to come on and share with you guys what I do for online parties. Hey Tash. And so I want to share with you kind of a few things that I feel are working right now. And if you feel like you want to incorporate them, then that's great. Hey Shirley, hey guys. Okay, as more of you join, I want to say a big hello to each of you, but I also want to recognize that people might be watching this back later, so I'm just gonna get into the details so it doesn't become super long. Okay, so I have been doing online parties since my youngest daughter was born. I have 3 little girls, 8, 6, and 4, and I've been doing Norwex for I've been saying that all year. I have now officially been doing Norwex for over 10 years, and I started doing online parties because I was about to have my 3rd baby, and I'm like, probably not gonna be running out the door to do live parties very much. And that's just really 4 years ago is when the online party scene was really starting to grow in every company, not just Norwex. People were starting to use social media to party online. And so how I did parties back then is very different from how I do parties now. So want to share with you guys what I do and most importantly, why I'm doing it this way. So online parties are a very, very different ball of wax than if you've done a live party, okay? So online parties are really, I'm gonna say a little bit of a tougher arena to do your business, only because it can be very hard to make that personal connection with people when you are not in a room with them, when you are not talking with them like voice to ear, a huge portion of communication is body language and tone and, facial expression and the whole thing. So when you do a live party, the guests get all of you, right? They get this whole big thing. And translating that into an online party space can take a little bit of practice. So the number one tip I can give you if you're going to do an online party is, as much as you can, to the best of your ability, personalize that party. Now, you might have the opportunity to see a lot of different maybe online parties that people do. There's actually training specifically on our back office for how to do a Facebook party. We also have the squee option. There are options, but if you feel overwhelmed with technology, just give yourself a big amount of grace, a big amount of patience. First of all, decide if you even want to do online parties. This may not be your jam. You may love meeting people face to face, and that's where you should put your time and energy into, is doing live parties. But if you're like, I want to do this business, I can't for whatever reason do live parties, and I'm pretty tech savvy, I'm on social media a lot, then for sure, pursue the online party option. But you do want to personalize, okay? Hey, Michelle. So what does that mean to personalize your party? It means that don't copy and paste everything from someone else's example. You really want to take the time, and guys, listen to me. This takes a little bit of time at the beginning to really set up and customize exactly what you want that online space to look like, so that when your hosts invite her guests, you feel really good and really confident about what you are going to present to those people, right? Just like you take the time to decide when someone asks me, what is Norwex? You've probably taken the time to think about, how am I going to answer that question? What is my 30-second commercial? The online party space is the same way, okay? You might hate taking selfies. Well, guess what? You either learn how to take selfies or have someone else take selfies of you, because people need to see your face. They want to buy from you. They want to connect with you. And you might be thinking, Lindsay, this is so dumb. Tell me how to get a $1,000 online party. It always starts with the personal connection, right? So think outside the box. You might take a selfie of you laying on the Norwex sheets, like cuddling an Enviro cloth, like just something, whatever, right? It's your personality. Or like holding up like all your fingers and you've got like every color of kitchen cloth hanging from your fingers or something, and you're like, wah. And you might open your party like that way and be like, hey everyone, I'm can expect from this party. We're going to save you time. We're going to save you money, blah, 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 blah. Right? You guys all know the benefits of Norwex. Opening your party and then keeping it personal as you go. When you talk about the hosting opportunity, share a photo of your family. Why? Because this is your business, and you can tell people when you host a Norwex party, you are supporting women in business. This is my family. I do Norwex to support my family. You know, not that you're saying, hey, please buy our bread over here, but people want to connect with you. So as much as you can, as often as you can, your own before and after photos, pictures of yourself, pictures of your dog, pictures of your husband, whatever you're comfortable sharing in that online space, personalize your party, okay? And then the second key point that I feel is, if you don't have this, your online parties are going to be a big is hostess coaching. Now, you might be like, oh my gosh, here we go with hostess coaching again. Okay. You are not meeting your host people. They're literally showing up in a group. I use a group for my online parties because I now run them over 3 days. Nobody needs to show up at a specific time. I don't go live. I use my pre-recorded videos. I use a couple videos that are not on YouTube, just of me. Like it would literally be a video like this with me talking about the body pack and being like, this is why I love the body pack. The same way that they basically say the exact same thing that I would say if I was at a live party. So I've made a couple of extra little videos that I share in my online party. But host coaching, again, those are her people, right? So you're setting up a group. You're instructing her, invite maximum 50. Do not invite 314 people, please. Maximum 50, because she's going to send them a personal message to invite them to her party. That is huge. People get invited, and I tell my hosts this, I'm like, people get invited to online stuff all the time, okay? First of all, Facebook has now set it up that if you invite someone to a group, they actually have to go and hit join, okay? So you don't have to worry about your hostess panicking that she's just sweeping a ton of her friends into a group that nobody asked to be a part of. They actually have to hit join, so it's okay. Like the guest is still in control. So what I tell my hosts is I'm like, invite your people, and then right after you invite them, send them a personal message saying, hey, girl, I'm having this online party. I thought of you. I think you would love it. I added you to the group. If you want to be a part of it, just go in and hit join. And I do offer my hosts, I say I'm going to give you a bonus free product if you get 25 people going into your group. Like if they hit join into your group and you have 25 members in your group, I'm going to give you an extra bonus product. And that's typically just a travel EnviroCloth, because I can throw that in the mail for 2 stamps. So inexpensive. 1 travel pack covers off 5 hosts that get 25 people. And I use a travel pack cloth for my party giveaway as well, because that's inexpensive. Okay, so I tell my host right up front, we're going to send your guest list an individual personal message twice during this party. So I tell her right up front, this is what we're going to be doing, so that later on down the road, she's like, I don't want to message all those people again, right? I'm like, this is what we're going to do. Like, you get her on board right at the beginning. And again, I'm a copy and paste girl, okay? I try and do as many online parties as I can. I'm gonna tell you why right after I finish this point, but I need stuff to be able to copy and paste. I do not have time to sit there and like type out the same message to my host a bunch of different times when I know I'm saying the same thing. I have everything in a document that I copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. And then I will say something like, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Sound good? As in, I end with a question to like get her agreement. And she's like, yeah, okay, cool, sounds good. And as soon as she responds to me, I'm like, oh, perfect, she read it. Triggers me to send her the next message. Okay, so it's not all left on me to try and remember to send all the information. I try and structure my messages so that it kind of requires a response from her, so that I know, oh, perfect, okay, I'll go in and send her the next message once I know she's in there and she's read it. And it also keeps it from being like information overload, so you're not sending her 18,000 messages in a row. The second message that I get her to send, so I run my parties Monday to Wednesday, but I keep it open as long as she wants to, whatever. People can place orders Thursday and Friday, that's fine. I run it Monday to Wednesday, put a few like pre-posts like, hey, I'm Lindsay, write your picture with you pointing at all your kitchen cloths. I run that, and I'll put a couple of... Cammy's coming to get you. Welcome to my circus.
I'm going to kidnap you.
All right, you go ahead and kidnap her.
I'm not actually.
Okay, I actually do need to finish this. So, okay, Queenie. Oh, don't drag her. She doesn't like to be dragged. Okay, where you go. So we're homeschooling this year. It's going really good. Okay, so anyways, your host coaching. The second message that you are going to send, I'm going to tell you about in just 1 second. Welcome to my life. Anyone can do this business. Okay. Second message we are going to send our host. I actually have her send it on Wednesday morning or like Wednesday midday, whenever I kind of get to my computer, to be honest with you. So the second message that we send out, I actually tell her, yeah, it makes, you guys are so understanding. Thank you. So the second message I have her send is to everyone that she invited on her original guest list. Okay, so I tell her, everyone that you invited might not have joined into the party. Okay, I was literally, sorry, Nikki, hide it back. I was literally invited to an online party and I was like, sure, I'll check it out. And I never once went into the group, right? I didn't, I'm that guest. So here's the thing. I have my host, guys, this is when I get 80% of my orders, okay? Is at this moment in the party. I've put all my, I've been doing content all day Monday, all day Tuesday, and like Wednesday. And when my host sends out this message is when I get 80% of my orders. It's super simple. And what I say to her is I'm like, all right, so what we're going to do is today is when we're going to send the second message to everyone that you invited. And I tell her, I told her right at the beginning. So I tweak stuff all the time, okay? If I'm like, ooh, that's an area of weakness, I'm gonna tweak that. So I go back and I say, at the beginning, I tell her, I want you to keep track of everyone that you originally invited, even if they don't join the group. Because sometimes your host will think, oh, I'm only gonna message the people that joined the group because they're the only ones that are interested. So she messages like 5 people and she originally invited like 45, right? So we wanna tell her, Kate, you're gonna send this message to everyone that you originally invited, even if they didn't join the group. And it's a super simple copy and paste that just says, hey girl, we're getting close to wrapping up my online Norris party. I know life gets super busy. Maybe you haven't had a chance to check out the info, but if you did want to have a look at the catalog and place an order, here's the online catalog link. Here's my ordering link. She doesn't even have to go to the group to get it. You give her the shopping link right in a personal message. And guys, I guess I just go off of my own experience, and I guess I'm always looking through the filter of my own life, right? I am so much more likely, and I have proven this because I have done it in the past. When someone is hosting something and they message me and I express interest, oh sure, that's cool, I'll check it out, and then I forget, or I want to watch Instagram stories instead of going to their party group, right? It's not that I'm not interested. It's just that it doesn't feel like a priority, okay? So let's just accept that we are not a priority for people. We've put a lot of work into our online parties and we're not going to be a priority. That's okay. It's not personal. So this is what we're going to do. Your host is going to send a message to everyone that she originally invited with the online catalog and the ordering link, not the link to her party. We don't want people feeling like they got to go find stuff in a group. They get their online catalog, they get the online ordering form right there. They can click into it, see something they like, and order it, okay? Personalization and good host coaching. Strategic host coaching. Purposeful host coaching. Not just sending messages for the sake of sending messages, okay? She is literally the most important person in that party because these are her people. And Ronette made an amazing point too, is if you do any kind of roll call in your party, whoever comments on the roll call, those are the people that you focus on. They're the ones that have shown up and are actually interested in being engaged in that party. So those are gonna often be where your bookings come from. Those are gonna be where your orders come from. And as far as bookings go, again, I use my host for this. I have certainly seeds and I have, book a party and get a free kitchen cloth in the color of your choice or whatever when you host your own party. Always give your freebies when they host their party, not in advance. Anyways, but now I am using a strategy that actually another leader in the North American Red Jacket page shared with me. And she said, I get my hosts to do it because they're the ones that know their people and I don't want to go chasing down bookings. So what she has done is she says, I will offer my host a $60 bonus shopping spree from me if she gets 3 bookings from her party. And again, she gives her the verbiage that says, hey girl, I want you to get as much free stuff as you can out of this party. So I'm going to give you a $60 shopping spree if we can get 3 new bookings attached. And here's the message that you're going to send out. And she gives her a copy and paste that basically says, oh, and she tells her, send this to 10 people. She doesn't say send this to everyone you invited. She said, just send it to 10 people and let's see if we can get 3. And so I did this yesterday to my 4 hosts of the parties that I have running this week. And so far I've got 2 bookings from it. I mean, it's not 12, but it's 2, right? Yes, I mentioned you run it and you appeared. Welcome to my video. All right, so there are a lot of creative ways, but guys, in the online party space, you need to utilize your host because she knows her people. She is basically the bridge between you and those that she has invited into that party. All right, so I'm going to end with this. How do you launch your online party calendar when you don't have any online parties? Okay? And why do you want to try and get as many online parties as you can? 2 things, okay? First of all, how do you launch an online party calendar? The exact same way that you launch a live party calendar, you have to host one first. You have to personally invite people to come to it. I completely 100% bribe people to come to my online parties, okay? If you've got a VIP group, you can host one in there, but I try and come up with a really big prize, like maybe I have something in my stock that I can use, or maybe I've got a shopping spree that's sitting there and I'm like, if you attend this online party, I am going to give one person a $100 shopping spree or a $25 shopping spree, whatever you have. Or you're going to get this striped towel. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Something that they're like, ooh, people come for freebies. They do. Are you using Squee or Facebook? Sue-Ann, I'm exclusively using Facebook right now. So you basically need to launch that online party. You personally message as many people as you possibly can to come and see that party. Why? Because people are not always going to say yes to hosting something that they have never seen before. Same thing with a live party. It's hard to get yeses when people don't know what it's going to look like. So you always start by hosting your own. Then what you do is whoever shows up, maybe you run a little special, 10% off your order when you order with this party or whatever. You don't do that for all the rest of your parties. People pay full price. But what you're going to do is you're then going to privately message every single person that said they would come to your online party and say, hey, we're getting really close to wrapping this up. I'm about to do the draw for the $100 shopping spree or the towel or the whatever you're going to give away. I would love to give you 10 bonus entries for booking your own online event. You ask. You simply ask. Do you guys remember the number 1 reason people don't have parties is because no one asks them? So the last time that I launched my online party calendar, I did this. I ran my own party. Every time that I revamp anything with my Facebook party, I definitely relaunch. I want people to see what's new. How am I doing it now? What did I do before, right? So I relaunch it, and I think I got 7 online party bookings from launching one online party. Okay, people need to see it, and then you need to ask them. You need to offer them something to say, hey, I'd love to give you 10 entries for hosting your own online party. It's so simple. And guys, we're coming into such a strong purchasing season. People are willing to host parties just for the simple fact that they know all their friends are going to be Christmas shopping. Okay, so it's a good time to be doing this. It doesn't need to be complicated. You don't need 3 days of 800 posts of content. You just need your face in it. You need good host coaching, and you need to have a little bit of a plan of how you are going to make this your own thing. Now, pack your calendar with as many online parties as you can, because some of them are awesome and some of them are literally like just put that where it belongs and hit the flusher. Like they're not all gonna be that great. It's really who has the people that are gonna show up and online shop, right? So I try and do 2 to 3 online parties every single week. I try and book 2 to 3 parties every single week, because sometimes you message a host and you're like, hey, I'm excited to start your party on Sunday, like on Monday morning, you ready to rock and roll? And she like says nothing, right? You're like, okay, is this happening or is this not happening? Sue Ann, do you have a simple program or an app or something to keep track of all the entries? Sue Ann, when I close my party, I'm like, okay, who placed an order? Oh, Rhonda, you won! Way to go! I know that it's not in the spirit of integrity to do it that way. I should be giving people their very honest chances. Okay, so that, anyways, good luck with your app. I don't use an app. I just pick someone who ordered, because then I have their address to send them a door prize. Way to go. Okay. Other than that, guys, unless you have questions that you want to shoot up really quickly, I'm happy to answer them for you. The other reason I love doing my Facebook parties in a group is because you can schedule your posts. So instead of going on to your party every day and feeling glued to your computer, just get on for a half an hour and schedule your posts. If you're like, what? I didn't know this was a thing. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. Okay. Go into any group that you run, maybe your VIP group or something else. And type a little thing. It's not going to post. Don't worry. I'm just showing you where it is. Pretend like you're going to do a Facebook post, add a photo, add a video, write something. And then right at the bottom, right beside the post button, you're actually going to see a little picture of a clock. It's like a little gray clock. If you click on that, you can literally choose the date and time to have that post schedule right into Facebook. So I actually don't use SyncShare anymore for my Facebook parties, because back in the summer, I spent a lot of time in like the Facebook clink. I spent a lot of time in Facebook jam. So now I just schedule everything right inside the party page, and I have done up to 4 parties all at the same time, and I have not had any issue when it's scheduled right inside the Facebook group. So that's what I do. Other than that, yes, Erin, schedule your posts. Yes, I have been in Facebook. Oh, no, Pat, just answer your questions. Good. Okay, guys, well, listen, that's what I do. And the biggest thing I think I would say is there's no magic formula, okay? Like, you don't need to message me and be like, Lindsay, can I see what you're doing inside your parties? Guys, honestly, like I use Photify, I use Flickr. Go on, if you don't know what Flickr is, Flickr. No ER. It's not the regular spelling of Flickr. It's Flickr. Norwex has an account on Flickr with amazing images. Like, have you ever seen that cleaning paste image with the pretend strong arm that's like cleaning paste in a jar? That image is on Flickr. You can get a ton of amazing, beautiful, professional images that if you're like, I am head over heels about the cleaning paste and I want some professional photos, take a few before and after photos of your own sink and your own stovetop and your own grout, and then start the post with a beautiful professional photo, right? Everything is there for you. It just takes a little bit of time. Sorry guys, I have such a bad cold right now. It takes a little bit of time to pull everything together, but once you do, just remember, you can copy and paste and duplicate that party as many times as possible. Online parties are about working smarter, not working harder, using automation so you're not glued to your computer, and really just getting the opportunity to get in front of as many people as you can. It's a numbers game in the online party world. The more online parties you do, the more sales you're gonna get. And again, online parties typically book online parties. So if you're hoping to book live parties from that, so do you make your posts up every day for the parties? Alana, I use the same content for every single party. And I just kind of went through it and I said, what do I wanna post on day 1? What do I want to post on day 2? What do I want to post on day 3? And then maybe a few just light follow-ups on Thursday and Friday. So I make those posts up once and then I just copy and paste and I schedule them to go into the party on Monday at 11 o'clock, on Tuesday at 3 p.m., on Wednesday at 7 p.m. I pick and choose how I want to structure that party and then I just pre-schedule everything. So that's what I do for that. All right, guys, my children are probably outside naked, so I'm gonna go rescue them and do what we need to do over here. So I hope this was helpful for you guys, maybe gave you some tips and ideas. Biggest thing, have confidence in yourself. Do not feel like if your party doesn't look like mine, you can't be successful. You have everything that you need, the same way that when you go and you meet somebody in person, you don't say, oh, I wonder what Lindsay would say to this person right now at this live party. No, you say whatever comes out of your mouth, right? The same thing in the online party world. You represent you and your passion and your giftings and your creativity and your words so that it actually feels like people are connecting with you. And that will be more of a pull to people instead of feeling like you're just kind of pushing a canned version of a party on them. And change it up as many times as you feel you want to. So that's what I have to share with you all today. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I challenge all of you guys within the next 2 weeks to do an online launch party. Have a great day, everyone.